This is the Stop Bullying with Toleyranz podcast series coming to you live from Sedona, Arizona. Welcome and a heartfelt hello from Sedona, and thank you for being with me. I really believe that we have a great show today with lots of information. First of all, for those of you who are listening in for the first time, my name is Anke. I am the creator of Toleyranz and also the award-winning Sedona Soul Balance. And I'd like to show you how light and inner peace to your soul can change your and your children's lives. I'm a veteran educator and have created inner city school projects against bullying, so kids can find inner peace and strength and live without fear. And by the way, allow me to mention for this Stop Bullying project, I had been nominated for the National President's Service Award and was honored by former President Bill Clinton. This project is called Toleyranz. It is especially created for the youngest of our kids, for those who are about ready to enter kindergarten, providing the tools and skills they need to grow into strong, self-assured, school-age kids and teens. We all know that the detrimental effects of bullying when children are small children can affect them for the rest of their life. And we need to look at the areas of prevention that will keep our kids protected and safe. You see, fear of any kind is a huge instigator of bullying. We really need to learn how to teach our children to conquer fear. Today we're focusing on to stop bullying, how to increase the self-assurance to stand up to a bully, and how to help each other to overcome fear. So allow me to start with the project I mentioned that I had created many years ago during my career as a teacher in an inner city school in Norfolk, Virginia. Children who came to the classroom in the morning, they couldn't really study and learn because it was impossible. They had nothing to eat, and they came from a night of violence and no sleep and in total poverty. So that also meant I was unable to convey knowledge. I couldn't teach. So I created an atmosphere of love and beauty. I turned on the local classical music station. I instilled joy of learning. And in the afternoons, I created with the kids Toleyranz Stops Bullying. That program, which is now in the news, which is now coming to a school or a classroom near you. And it's the program which asks you to help, to assist, because we can't do it all by ourselves. So let's see this Stop Bullying with Toleyranz guiding our children through a healthy childhood. And back to my school where I taught, you might think that sixth graders were too old for a mascot, for a little character that whispered, "Psst, psst, you can do this," to them. Oh no, please know that these kids before me were in the classroom were deprived of their early childhood because of poverty, violence in home and streets. They just barely survived living from day to day. So when Toleyranz was born, with the help of those sixth graders, its first teachings is, the first thing Toleyranz says is, Psst, psst. Hey, what's up? Toleyranz represents the inner voice of a child and functions as the built-in alarm system by initiating the learning process of listening to self, meaning listening to one's gut feeling of wrong and right, and standing up for self and for what we believe in. So with the help of the kids in my class, this bullying prevention project became the anchor, the refuge for my students and for the youngest kids among us. I believe that the psst, psst of Toleyranz is the gateway to child's soul and bullying-free behavior. Even though we say Toleyranz stops bullying, it is about reaching the soul of a child. And through Toleyranz, we're able to instill inner strength, increase self-esteem, teach to listen to the inner voice of wrong and right. And it's about reinforcing the belief in self-truth. Please remember, no child is too young to recognize their own energy, power, and self-assurance. It's interesting. Studies have been done in many cities and schools and about the prevalence of bullying and the victims in school-age children and adolescents. Yet only a very few studies have been carried out among younger children. So when I ran across the study which examines social behaviors and peer relationships of children involved in bullying and victimizing problems in kindergarten, you ask, kindergarten? Yes, in kindergarten. Did you know that bullying starts in kindergarten? I truly ask myself, how is this possible? Remember, the actions and behavior patterns of any child are reflections of their surroundings, of their parents, their adults around them. Then I ask myself, is fear what drives adults to act in a way that affects the kids negatively? Yes, I do believe that. Social, financial worries, TV ads, TV programs, all of that adds to the emotions. They are affected by these expressions around them. And when parents talk about financial worries, when kids are present, yes, it does affect the child. You see, kids might not know what parents or what the TV anchor says, the meaning of the words, but they do feel the energy, they feel the emotions, they feel your language, your body language. The younger kids, they don't understand it consciously, but their subconsciousness takes it in and stores it. So in this fear-driven time in our society, is it a wonder that our kids seemingly must express what they feel within? And sometimes they do express it in a way we don't approve of. We don't like it the way they talk. But please know, maybe that's the only way how they can express their frustration, their fear, their anger. Parents and teachers and grandparents, I truly urge you, take every hint, advice, possibility, and give your children beauty of any kind. Reach their souls. And the more they're stressed, the more you need to try to find some beauty. divert their thoughts, bring in something calming and beautiful. In many ways, Toleyranz can help. So go ahead, visit Toleyranz.com and share with your children, for instance, the 10-point honor code. We cannot stop bullying altogether. That's impossible. But we can stop it in our schools and in home. How do we do that, you ask? And you have the doubt? See, as a veteran educator in the poorest areas of city schools, I asked myself that too in the beginning. But then I saw the light just came. I saw what kids react to, no matter what age. And I realized that by addressing that problem at an early, very early age, even before kindergarten, yes, it means we need to involve moms and dads and grandparents, teachers. But when you reach your child before they go in kindergarten, tell them how special they are, that they are awesome, that you believe them. And all these good phrases we have sometimes, but they gotta mean something. Introduce them to art, music, beauty. Listen to their expressions. Find a time to talk. So let's provide our children with the tools and skills they need to grow into strong, self-assured school-age kids and teens. Let's take a look how bullying can affect someone, and I don't want to say everyone. Kids who are bullied are able, or they can express negative physical behavior. They're more likely to experience sadness, depression, maybe even anxiety. Increased feelings of loneliness, changes in sleep, eating patterns, and loss of interest in activities they used to enjoy. These issues may persist into adulthood if we don't address them now when the kids are young. Prepare your child for kindergarten and strengthen them in kindergarten so they can start attending school strong and self-assured. We can take a look at children at risk of being bullied, because that shows us a little bit what we can do for them. Sometimes it's very simple that a child is perceived as different from the peers, such as being overweight or even underweight, wearing glasses or different clothing, being new to a school, speaking a different language, or English with an accent. So maybe the child is considered not being cool. It can also show that the children think that this child is perceived as weak or unable to defend themselves. He's depressed, anxious, have low self-esteem. Maybe the child is less popular than others and have only a few friends. However, no matter what risk factors the child has, it doesn't mean that they will be bullied. However, it is possible, and those factors are much more inclined to be taken care of by the bullies. Give your kids the tools they need to stand up for themselves. What does that mean? Maybe it even means that you want to create a special time for you and your child after school, after work. Cut out TV watching. Start a project. Make a little book. Go and pick up in the fall, for instance, colorful leaves. Paste them into a sheet of paper. Make a booklet out of it for grandma or for the teacher or for dad's birthday. Keep their mind occupied with calmness, stillness, and ask them, how does that feel? Because then they are connecting with that gut feeling, that little alarm system of psst, psst, how are you feeling? The Toleyranz psst, psst message. Listen to yourself, to your inner self. And yes, we can teach that to the smallest children. So I hope that some of the tools might help you. And if you need more information, please don't hesitate. Send me an email, contact me with your ideas, share your experiences, help me to bring you as many positive projects that we possibly can. Write to me at anke@sedonasoulbalance.com or toleyranzfoundation@gmail.com. For today, I thank you for spending your valuable time with me, and I am signing off until next week with a heartfelt aho.